Hi everyone, my name is Tori, this is Dump Life, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a very highly requested video for you guys, and that is talking about all things annotating my books. So I went ahead and asked on my community tab if you guys would be interested just in seeing how I annotate books, and 78% of you said yes, 23% said no out of 320 votes, which is pretty high up there. And then 2 people commented that said, yes, please, I need this. So everyone annotates completely different. There are so many videos out there about how everyone annotates their books. I am someone I feel like does it very differently. I watched Lachlan from Locke's Library. She has a really good annotating video, which I'll link in the description box below. She actually inspired me to make this video because I watched that and I was like, wow, everyone's process is so different. And I was like, maybe some people are interested in that. So I only annotate books if I am rereading them. I never annotate them the first read through. One, because I don't know how the story is going to play out. Of course I know with romances, which is usually what I read, I know that there's going to be a happily ever after at the end of the book, but I don't know all of the important things. So I'm definitely going to miss some Easter eggs and stuff like that. I'm doing a Boys of Toman series read along. So I thought because I'm starting my Binding 13 reread by Chloe Walsh, which is book 1 in the Boys of Toman series, I thought I would show you how I annotate. So in this video, I'm going to be showing you how I annotate this book. I'm actually very excited for it. I know that this is one of my favorite books of the year. This whole series is. I'm going to be rereading all 4 books before the end of the year for sure, because I'm doing live shows for them with a couple other people here on Booktube, which I'm really excited for. But how I personally do them. Now, this is a thick book. This book is 400 pages, a lot. This book is 575 pages, excuse me. This very, very, very tiny writing. So trying to physically read this and highlight it is going to be hard. So the first time I actually read this book, I'll tell you this, I listened to the audiobook and I read along physically. I did not highlight anything, did not do anything like that. Now, this time around, I am listening to the audiobook once again, but I have the Kindle version of this book. I personally highlight anything that sticks out to me as a quote, anything that sticks out to me as just like inspirational, anything I think are going to be like very important. And I know because the second book I've already read, I know how their HEA happens, anything that's going to be important to them, or anything that's going to be important to side characters that are having a book in the rest of the series. So that may be kind of confusing, but as I start rereading and as I start highlighting things, I'm going to show you. This book follows Shannon and Johnny, which is their book. This has a lot of trigger warnings for very many different things. She is being abused at home. She's being bullied at school. She's having a really hard time just in general. Her brother Joey is a very intricate part. He has the 3rd and 4th book in this series. So there's a lot of things that happen. Now, people annotate with a bunch of different things, and I've actually tried a bunch of different things. I personally use highlighters. I like these highlighters, this brand. I'll have it linked in the description box below. I really enjoy the Alohuster brand. They're square. They don't bleed through the pages, I find. They're a little bit more expensive, but I find that they actually are worth the money. And then I just have like a skinny pen. Let me do this. If I want to write anything, I have these kind of pens, and I noticed that these don't bleed through. I can link this brand. This is more for like journaling, like bullet journaling, but they work. So I personally choose highlighters, pens, and tabs that match the book. So I do have an orange one downstairs that I use, but I haven't figured out which colors are going to be for which yet. I will put a sticky note at the beginning of the book, highlight whether it's like Shannon, Joey, like Johnny, love, spicy scenes. I'll have all a different highlighter color for that. As well, pens, I don't usually write all too much. I mostly will just like heart something that I love, like a specific scene, a specific page, a specific word. I will underline more important things too. It's really like how the vibe goes. I feel like this is not making sense. I also am going to use these 2 sets of tabs because this one has all of these yellow ones right here, these 2, and this light cream one. And then this one has kind of like these 2 orange and red ones, just because this cover is the original cover and it's really just basic colors. So I'll use like one particular color for like spicy scenes or for more like emotional scenes, but I don't know what I'm going to use until I get into it and so I start reading. So yeah, I'll definitely show you that. This is just a little, like literally an introduction of what I use. I also use, I don't even know if you can see this. I use these little sticker pages. These are from Brie from In 11 Words, her Etsy shop. I need to order more because I need to I know I'm going to use all of these. So they're little stickers, and these are perfect for the lines. So I have sobbing, which I'll be using a lot in this book, so I know it's very emotional. Laughing my ass off. Oh my god, no, I hate this. Love, swoon, beautiful. So I will be using a lot of these. These are green. These are just what I have. She does have a couple different colors. These I like that they stand out, so these are gonna match. I may have a green tab because this one has like a, this tab has this like green color right here, so I might use like this one in front of the purple, just because they'll match this, you know. But I really just make it easy. Now, I personally cannot physically hold a book that long and highlight. It makes it hard. So what I'll do is I'll probably listen to the audiobook, read along on my Kindle, highlight a couple chapters, and then I will transfer that stuff into the book. So I won't show you like as I'm physically reading, but when I transfer what's on my Kindle into the physical book, I will show you. I'll try to have my camera set up where it's like above and you can see it. This might take me a little while. I apologize. I'm starting this video at the beginning of October. You're not seeing it till the end of October because it does take me a while to annotate, but I'm very excited for this. And yeah, I'm excited to dive in. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, drop them in the comments down below. I would love to answer them. Maybe I'll do like a follow-up video to this maybe if you would like. But yeah, I'm really excited to dive into this book. It's one of my favorites of the year, so I know it's going to be good. And I just am itching to reread, which is why I did this read along. So yeah, if you made it so far, drop me a pen emoji. I usually do this at the end of the video, but I feel like this is going to be a very long video. So if you've made it this far so far, drop me a pen emoji. I decided to pull a book that I annotated recently just to show you. So this is Shattered Seed by Catherine Cowles. I've read this 2 or 3 times. I think I highlighted on my second time around. I used purple, light purple, dark purple, pink, and blue. So if I go to like a blue tab, I'll just show you. This is more for just like very beautiful writing. So you can see that. Yeah, this one has a very good chronic illness representation too. So I highlighted some times, like the pink stuff was like just chronically ill and chronic pain stuff. That really like, I don't know, spoke to me. Like, so pink is, this quote says, sometimes I feel like I'm 90. Stuff like that. Dark purple is more for the hero talking about the heroine. Pink is for chronic illness. Blue is for more emotional. So yeah, I think purple is just more conversation between the characters. So yeah, I don't think I had any spicy scenes. She doesn't have like too many spicy scenes, but that's basically what I do. You see there's not like too many tabs. So I do have like tabs, but they're not like too much. Because I feel like if you just, this is not everything that I highlight, I tab too. So with that being said, I'm gonna go jump into the next couple chapters and I will show you how I highlight then. Hi, hello. You're at a little bit different angle, clearly. You're like, what the heck is going on? I wanted to kind of set you guys up because I have finished 25% of Binding 13. And I told you guys that I usually will read on my Kindle and I'll usually get to 15 or 25%. I'll stop and then I'll transfer all of my tabs and highlights. As you can see, I've highlighted some into the book. So I'm currently on chapter 7. I will bring you guys in and show you what I did and walk you through it. I'm on chapter 7. I have to highlight through chapter 14. So I have about 7 chapters to do, but I'll zoom you guys in and see what I did, and I'll show you this because, well, you can't see it, but I'll show you the front of the book and what it looks like. So hang on. Welcome to my messy desk. This is where I work every day, but I figured it'd be easier. I usually do this on my bed, but it's very hard to do this on my bed. So these are the tabs that I'm using. I just picked out these two because I had some colors here, some colors here. I had to come get this when I started. So in the front of the book, so I always put amazing banter. I have the dark blue tab. Johnny's thoughts is like this green. So this orange one kind of goes with the front of the book. This one is supposed to be for Johnny and Shannon, like their romance. And then this is Shannon's thoughts, is this like, you know, yellowy color to match, but I hope you can see that. But I will say I ran out of this brown color. I wanted to use this brown one, but it ran out. So I had to switch to like a pinky one. So yeah, that's why the color is different, but the tabs stay the same. So I do not always tab everything I highlight. So this is just a cute little quote that I highlighted. You can't see it obviously because this text is way too small for me to zoom in, but I did not tab it. I just like it so when I'm flipping I can see the color and stop, but that's a Shannon thought. Because it alternates POVs. So this one, you can see I started here and I went through and highlighted, but I stopped. I put the tab right here because that's where the quote from Shannon that I love, like her thoughts. So it says, the day I stopped lying, I stopped pretending, I just stopped. And I just put I love Shannon with a little, it's the Sharpie. pen. I like this one. I go back and forth, but I like the Sharpie pen. And then same thing here, Shannon's thoughts. This is with Joey, her brother. There we go. I highlighted, and then tiny, I'm so fucking proud of you. You don't even realize how brave you are, because I love Shannon and Joey. Didn't have anything here. Now this is the pinkish one. Did I put pink here? Okay, no, I don't have a pink here. Let me do this really quickly, so you guys can see usually what I do. I'm sorry, I'm trying to be professional with this, but not that color. This one. So this pink color, I will not tab anything. I may tab, you never know. But this is for, I'm messy. I don't annotate, it's not perfect. I wish I was a perfect annotator, I'm not. This is for me. And this is my way of doing it. This is for side characters. That's why I like these highlights too. So side characters is pink, which is what you see here. This is Claire and Shannon. You see that up here. They have a little moment. And then you see Lizzie's introduced. And I don't tab it. It's just because if I wanted to flip through and find it. This is more Shannon's thoughts. But this is more about Shannon and Joey when they first met, which I love. And then this is just a little thing where I put a little heart. It says everything changed after that day. So yeah, this is Johnny's POV. So we have a little bit of Johnny's thoughts, which I found funny in his head or something like that. That's green, more green, but I didn't tab anything. You will see all of this is highlighted, and this is why my brown is gone. And I need to buy more highlighters, honestly, because there's gonna be, I'm only 25% in, and one of my highlighters is already like completely gone. So I need to kind of do more, but this is just Johnny. This is just his, I put, oh, Johnny. It's just because I love him so much, and I tabbed this part. This is like in their romance. This is where they're meeting and what they're talking about. Like, look how much I highlighted. I really do highlight a lot. I highlight just like really good conversations, things that stick out to me, things that show like a pivotal moment in their romance, because this is their romance tab and this is their romance color, like between Johnny and Shannon. Just their connection that they have and these conversations that they have are such a pivotal point. And this is when they first meet, after they first meet. Like, when she gets hit by one of the rugby balls, and she's like, did you do it on purpose? And he's like, what? No, I would never do that to you. And she says, you promise? And he says, yes. And he's in his head, he's like, and for some strange, disconcerting reason, I was burning the fuck up on the inside. So I highlighted that little and put a little heart there, just because I love that. So this is more of Johnny and Shannon. This is the amazing banter in his head that I found funny, between himself, and this is another part that I highlighted. Another Shannon part, more Johnny thoughts, and I literally laughed out loud, but it's not banter, it's just like Johnny's thoughts, and that's why I put it here, a tab here, a green one. And then like poor Johnny, he's going through an injury with his rugby stuff, so that's hard. We're almost there. More Shannon like the river. Oh, breaks my heart. More Johnny thoughts, more, I think that's it, yeah. And this is more Johnny's thoughts about Shannon in general. And this is Shannon's thoughts that I highlighted. He was beautiful every time I spotted him in the hallways. Just like beautiful things, because Chloe Walsh's writing is beautiful. This is another time where we see Gypsy for the first time from Shannon's point of view, so I highlighted that. Another Shannon. And then this is more Gypsy, because his book is coming, I think, next year. So this is where I'm at. Let me bring you guys back out. So what I do, because I'm on chapter 7, I go to my Kindle, I go to chapter 7, and you see I highlighted stuff. I will just go through the book. It does take time, but for me, trying to hold this book and highlight and annotate, physically it's impossible for me. I can't, with my RA, with my rheumatoid arthritis, I cannot do that. So this is what works for me, and then I can sit at this desk and do this. So I'm gonna zoom you guys out, and I will kind of just do my highlighting thing. I don't know how else to do this in the best way, because also this book is hard. Oops, this book is very hard. So yeah, we'll walk you through it. So this is Johnny's thoughts, so we're gonna need green. Oh, this gets harder and harder, so here we go. So I officially got to chapter 15 on my Kindle, 24%. I officially got through highlighting and tabbing what I did. I may go back and tab a couple more things as it comes up, but I really just highlight important stuff. So yeah, that was just the first little 25% of this massive book. I'm gonna get through another 25%, so I'll get through about 50% of this book, and then I will come back and, you know, give you some more ASMR highlighting. Hi, hello, I am back to finish up the last 25% of Annotating Binding 13. I went ahead and I pretty much did the middle part just because I felt like that would be very repetitive to like show you, because it's literally just the same thing over. But I wanted to end this video and kind of like talk you through a little bit more of what I did, what I highlighted, because this is like not a pivotal point, but I know that there's a lot of stuff coming with the ending of this book. So I did not order more highlighters, but I needed to, so you know, we're gonna deal with it. We're sticking with the same thing here. I think I added one tab. Okay, so anything with Joey, I still use, like, because he's a side character, I still use the light pink, which is side character stuff. I started using this light pink down here. So basically what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna make sure that's the same tab. Yeah, that is. I'm just gonna add it here. Just because I started, you know, doing more stuff with side characters, specifically Joey, because Joey gets his, they're the next couple, Joey and Aoife, and he goes through a lot. So, with all that being said, I'm gonna flip through. I have my phone right here, as you can see. Sometimes I have to double check. Okay, I have to double check I'm using the right colors if I go like a decent amount of time between annotating. Oh. So I highlighted this part even though I didn't have it there because I love Gibbsy so much. I think that he is such a good character in this book, and I wanted to add that. I don't think I highlighted too much while I was reading, because the ending is like, there's not I mean, there's a lot of stuff happening, but it's not like crazy. Like at the beginning where there's tension. Also, ignore my nails. I had to cut them off because this one broke and it was making me mad. It's fine. I had to switch to this green because I ran out and this was the only green that I had. I just wrote that out because I thought it would look pretty right there. Can you see that? Like I said, annotating is for me, not anyone else. It's okay if it's a little messy. So I just used my last tab, the orange tab, and then basically I'm just gonna go to a very similar color, see if I can find one in all of my stuff. But I'm gonna finish annotating and then I'll bring you back to my library while I'll sit down and I'll go through some of the stuff and close out the video. So I'll see you in a little bit. Hi, hello, I'm back. So I have just finished the rest of Binding 13, tabbing it up. It is a lot. It is a lot. I hope this made sense of me showing you all of my annotating things. I do have this little thing that I got in a PR package. I do have everything in here, from tabs, from my highlighters, and I will keep this because I will use, hopefully, I need to order new highlighters before I start reading. When I start keeping 13, I will use the same tabs, hopefully around the same colors, and highlighters. I just have to buy more. But I really, really love annotating because it's one of those things when you have a huge book like this, right? You have a ginormous book. When you flip through, you see all of these colors that mean something. And so instead of looking for like, I mean, as a content creator, you can look when you highlight and annotate stuff like this. You can tab like, okay, I want a sexy, I wanted a side character quote. So I go to the pink down here where Johnny is talking about how he's not coming back. I know this tab is pink, I know it's for side characters, and I know that I only tabbed pink for Joey. If I wanted a Joey quote, I go to the green tab, and it says, I like the fact that she was turning my life on its axis and encouraging never seen before notions and feelings inside of me, and then I hated that I liked it. So that's like one of the highlighted parts. If I go to another tab, if I wanted the highlighted part, and I wanted the underlined part, right here. It says, I saw her again today. It's like Dear Diary type things. But yeah, when you're flipping through, that's what I like. I did add, there's one spicy scene, and by spicy I mean they're just making out because they're younger in this book. So I started with a darker blue color with these super dark blue tabs. So I'll add that to the front of my book. So when I do Keeping 13, because there's a lot more stuff in there, obviously, because it's their continuation, then I'll have, all of that. So I did want to show you really quickly, I did read Shadows of You this week, and like I said at the beginning of the video that I don't usually tab on the first round. I was listening to the audiobook and this came in PR, so I decided to whip out, because Catherine always sends highlighters and tabs that match the book, which is very appreciative. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try it this time. And I actually really like the way it turned out. So light purple is for our female character's perspective, dark purple is from our hero's perspective. The blue tabs are because she has a daughter. She's a single mom in this book, so the blues are just anything her humor, the kids' humor picks up on, any like sweet things that she has to say to the other characters. So yeah, I've only used 3 colored tabs, but like I could literally flip through and find, I didn't underline anything, but just adorable, and I like it. So yeah, it was actually fun, and I have all of these tabs, as you can see, for this book. So yeah, this is just another like example of me annotating and stuff like that. I just didn't underline because I was more sparingly with my highlighters at this. But usually if you have a normal size book like this, 1 pack of highlighters when you're using like one specific color for one specific thing, not 1 highlighter for one thing, and 1 pack of tabs will last you. So a normal 300-400 page book will last you. Now if you have a ginormous book like this, or if you're doing like Crescent City, I want to reread Crescent City at the end of the year in December, Crescent City House of Earth and Blood. I'm gonna be tabbing that. I'll get my own set of highlighters for that, because you're gonna need probably 2 highlighter packs, because I used 2 or 3 colors were completely gone and I had to switch to a different color. Tabs, I think you could probably use 1 set of tabs if you're using them sparingly, you know? So that's kind of how I gauge it. So if you have a huge book that's 500 pages, 600 pages like this, where the font is super, super tiny, House and Sky, Breath, anything Sarah J Maas, you're gonna want 2 packs of highlighters, probably 1 or 2 packs of tabs. But then again, if you have something that's a little bit smaller, normal size book, you'll probably just need 1 pack of highlighters and 1 pack of tabs. But with all that being said, let me know if you have any questions. I will answer them in the comments down below. All the highlighters, tabs that I used will be linked in the description box below, as well as like Binding 13, the book, and all that stuff like that. Some of the pens I use, I'll have all that linked. Thank you so much for watching. For the emoji, like I said at the beginning, drop me a pen emoji. If you made it to the end, drop me a orange heart emoji, because Binding 13 is orange and red, but more orange. So yeah, drop me an orange heart emoji if you made it this far. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe for more content from me. As always, I hope you're living a novel life, and I will see you in my next one. Bye guys.